It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the Monarchs' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Monarchs and the Dreadnoughts, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there. But we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
First play, Murray's letting it rip. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete out to the right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and that gives them the first. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the air, Murray. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Now Murray on the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Receiver in motion, headed right. From the gun, it's Murray. Dumped off to his running back.
Okay, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
First time this game they've looked to it. And 4th and 4 coming up. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Play action on first down. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they face second down. Hand off to the back. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10, Murray. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Murray to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. Halfway there on first down, that brings up second and 5. They motion the tight end over. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Right side into the hands of Allen. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Play action now, Murray. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Just a field goal separates these two. More from this one right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Starting at the 10. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll come out throwing. That one's complete right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 42. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's a throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, first and 10. Murray setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
He's got room to roam here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Murray here on first down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 3rd and short. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Back to the well again. And a nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Dreadnoughts go up by 12. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dreadnoughts bump the lead up to 13 points. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Give now to the running back. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
The Monarchs out for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Dreadnoughts returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Now Murray. Hauled in left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll give him a first down. Back to throw, Murray. Throw left side, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We're to the 2-minute warning from Mexico. The Dreadnoughts with the football. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Monarchs are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another try following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Dreadnoughts and this running back headed back out for a new series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Back to the air, Murray. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the... Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. It's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Hits his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So at the end of 2, the Dreadnoughts playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Blues start the second half with another victory as they push their mark up to 8-1 on the year. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Play action on 1st down. That one's complete over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Looking to the air here. Hits him on the out route. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Trying to push this past the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They give it to him up the middle. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on 2nd, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's a give straight up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard there, back-to-back stops, and decision time now on 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Dreadnoughts back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Here's a give up the middle. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's Thomas, he's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Brought in right side. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. 2nd down now, 7 to go. There's a handoff up the gut. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now Murray connects on the crosser. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. If I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
On now is the punt team for the Dreadnoughts. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds a man, right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 46. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 19. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. From 37 yards in the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Simple dive up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll send him over right. From the 29. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Hand off to the back. And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. The give here on 2nd. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from near his own goal line. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Murray on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Dreadnoughts feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a give running right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Another carry for him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! The Dreadnoughts go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Dreadnoughts double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Hill now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Airing it out to start this drive. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And this one does not go far. From the 33 on 2nd down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. And that is a touchdown. The Monarchs now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Monarchs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. So they're going to line up for the onside kick that may just decide this game. Just over a minute to play. And this onside kick doesn't go their way. The hands team makes the cover. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now this offense ready to head back out. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Dreadnoughts as we say adios from Mexico City.